National Day of Prayer at the FNB Stadium, south of Johannesburg, is currently underway. Multitudes of churchgoers are gathering at the venue. Leaders of religious and faith-based organizations, as well as dignitaries from government, are also in attendance. The event started at 8 a.m. this morning with various church groups taking to the stage. The Zion Christian Church's brass band was the first, followed by the Nazareth Baptist Church in Gauteng Hindu Maha Saba Band, the Nasheed Group, a band for the Jamiat Ulama SA, the United Apostolic Church, and Abathandwa. But it is the much acclaimed Ndlovu Youth Choir which rose to fame recently. They reached the finals of the America Got Talent in September, who opened the proceedings officially with a national anthem before the commencement of prayers or sermons by leaders of religious and faith-based organizations.
We're here today celebrating the third National Day of Prayer, which was started by the Motsepe Foundation in 2017 in response to the challenges that the country was facing then. We have partnered with 33 religious organizations, faith-based organizations. We have traditional leaders, we have leaders from business, NGOs, we have also congregants, more than 100,000 congregants who are gathered here today from different religious organizations, and we are gathered in a spirit of unity to pray for our country.
Right, so what inspired this day?
You will recall that back in before 1994, our country was divided along racial lines.
Yes.
Our people, led by various religious organizations, prayed for the country to come together, and that resulted in very successful elections in 1994, and that also gave birth to our new constitution and a new government. Post 1994, we have seen our country go through serious challenges again. Some of these including issues around corruption, issues around the very bad and significant violence against women and children. We have seen unemployment levels rise in our country. We're currently sitting at about 29% unemployed people in our country. And what that means is that there are many people who go without food. There are many people who have no homes. There are children who are sick and do not receive medical care. So we have to pray about our young people and people in general having good jobs. We also have to pray for the recent discussions around land reform to make sure that previously disadvantaged and black people can receive land, and the land issue can be resolved amicably. We're working together with Agri-SA. We're working with white farmers and black farmers to make sure that we can find solutions that are sustainable to ensuring that our previously disadvantaged farmers can also be able to find meaningful livelihood. So the meeting today is inspired by the fact that people within this meeting believe that God will hear their prayers. We believe that even it takes long, there will be an answer to these prayers. But at the same time, the Motsepe Foundation is doing something about the problems that are facing the country. We have more than 2,000 students that receive bursaries to study at tertiary institutions, and therefore we are hoping that we can have new doctors, new engineers, many people who will be able to work in our economy. We have also created a partnership with the religious organizations where we announced the 100 million rand sustainable job creation. So as a foundation, we are encouraging that people should come together in unity to pray about issues that bother our society, but at the same time, we know that God helps those who help themselves, and we are actively ensuring that we are doing what needs to be done on the ground.
I believe there's about over 80 different leaders and organizations. Just talk to us about the importance of working together with all the various stakeholders to achieve all that you outlined.
The foundation has for a long time believed that it is through unity that we can achieve any of the objectives that we set ourselves as a people. And that is important more so in South Africa, which is historically been divided along racial lines, along gender lines, and there is so much inequality in our country. So the foundation, since its inception, has always worked with religious organizations. And why is that? We know that when it comes to issues that affect people on the ground, religious leaders are the closest people that understand the realities of poor people on the ground. We also work with government in terms of the Department of Education in schools, where we promote football, netball, where we build laboratories, libraries, to ensure that our children are in an environment that supports learning. So we know as a foundation that we could never accomplish any of the objectives that we set ourselves if we do not work in partnership with others.